Start.
Okay, the first experiment in basic electrical lab is verification of Kirchhoff's law. So there are two laws, one is Kirchhoff's voltage law and one more is Kirchhoff's current law. So first we will go for Kirchhoff's current law. So as per the circuit, as per the manual, the circuit is like this. So the circuit consists of three resistances and a voltage source. So Kirchhoff's current law or Kirchhoff's voltage law, what we are doing here, we have a tabular column. So in the tabular column, first we need to find out what are the theoretical aspects. So this is resistance R1, this is resistance R2, this is resistance R3. I'll take resistance R1 equal to 100 ohm, resistance R2 equal to 150 ohm and R3 equal to 330 ohm. Okay, and I'll select the voltage as 12 or 15 volts. Now what I need to do, I need to find out what is the total current in the circuit. I'll take it as, according to the manual, it is I1, and what are the branch currents. So the current that is flowing here is I3, the current flowing in this branch is I2. So now I need to find out I1, I2 and I3, and if I take this as point P at this node, if I want to apply KCL, what does KCL states? KCL states that at a node the sum of incoming current is equal to sum of outgoing currents. So here in this circuit you can see for the node P the incoming current is only I1, whereas I3 and I2 are the outgoing currents. So now if I apply KCL at node P, so it is nothing but I1 is equal to I2 plus I3. So now I need to find out this current theoretically by using the formulas, and I need to rig up the circuit and do it experimentally and find out the values of this current using the ammeters. So both my theoretical reading and the practical reading should be equal. So this is the aim of this experiment. So now how to find out the currents using theoretical reading. So to find out the current using theoretical aspects, I will use the method current division. Right. So now what does current division method states? So I1 is the main current, I2 and I3 are the branch currents. So current division method tells me if I want to find out I3, so I3 is equal to the total main current in the circuit. So the main current in the circuit is I1 into the other branch resistance. See, I3 is this branch. So now the other branch resistance is only R2. So I can write it as R2 by sum of branch resistances. So here I should not include the main current branch, rather I need to include only the sub current branches, which is nothing but R2 plus R3. In the same way, if I want to write it for I2, it is I2 is equal to main current into the other branch is R3 by sum of other branch resistances. So now for me to find out I3 and I2, I should be knowing what is I1. So in both the equation it is question mark, it is unknown. So to find out I1, what I do, I will simplify the circuit in such a way that this circuit will be having only one resistance, equivalent resistance, and only one current that is flowing in the circuit. So for that, how we can simplify? See, R2 and R3 are having parallel in nature because the main current is coming here. The main current comes to this point. Once it comes to this point, it has two different paths. So if the current flows through two different paths, obviously these two branches are parallel in nature. So if the resistances are parallel, here R2 is in parallel with R3. Therefore, I know one formula, R2 R3 by R2 plus R3. So this is R23. So what is R23 now? I have taken R2 as 150 ohm, R3 as 330 ohm by 150 plus 330. So we will